Ooh.
Even the ones of me not dying.
Ooh.
They're fucking hilarious.
Arr.
Bruh.
Bruh. Bruh.
You jokester? Bruh.
Bruh.
It's true.
Arr.
Implicitly.
Jesus Christ.
You got one of these cases too?
You're not that guy.
When'd you do that?
Oh,
no, I've
dude,
had
the
this for a while.
sheesh is so
I don't remember
good.
that.
It was on the podcast. Shoo, 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 shoo.
Is this allowed? Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Buddy, you're not making a lick of sense up there.
Whoa.
Dinner.
Are we recording?
Yeah.
All right, you should just make a clip for TikTok of just all those sounds.
Yeah, I will.
Me like not paying attention.
Oh, hell no. 21? Damn,
I don't wanna
son,
host
where'd
this
you
show
find
no more.
this?
Those are all you. Yeah.
I've heard enough there, fella. I don't know. Is that some sort of jibber jabber or something? No. Nope.
Oh man,
Not
the
that.
WarioWare demo's out. I forgot.
Bruh.
From Rixie, this is Debuff, and I'm your host, Steve Skeels. All right.
Okay. Dude, that was weird. It was actually like low voice. Ooh. Ooh.
Bro.
Bro.
Hi.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, guys.
We're back in the buff. We're buffed.
How's it going?
21.
It's going. How y'all doing? Sorry, I'm trying to pull up some shit.
21.
Trying to get the levels right here.
Well, I got an idea. I had an idea. I don't know if you
Bro,
guys
just have an idea.
I don't know if you guys would be down, but I think it would be pretty cool. I do think that. I mean, I know we don't have a huge following yet, but what do you guys think of making a Debuff Discord server?
Oh, a Discord? I mean,
Like for us? No,
To chill
like
on?
for us to hang out and talk about stuff in,
I'd never use Discord.
but then also to have people
Bro.
join and talk about shit. Like, I think that even though we have no community, that doesn't mean that we couldn't have a place Some for them people. to start being part of the community.
I think that is a good idea. I'm just worried that, like, it's going to be us three for a while.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, there'll be a backlog for people to catch up on then.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think that we could post ideas in there, like topics we want to talk about,
Cool
suggestions,
Videos,
share
talks.
videos, talks.
Sound effects, like this one. Or this one we just added. This is our favorite. Yeah, no, let's do it. I will, Sean will make it, and I will put it in the description.
Yeah, okay, I can do it right now.
I have a couple things on the list. Do you want me to talk?
Yeah, you can start. Yeah, I got a couple things too. So,
Okay.
oops, I just archived
okay,
my notes.
Let me ask you this. You want to talk about Mario Golf or something from TikTok?
Mario Golf. What is this? The 6th episode? I
I don't know. Open with Mario Golf, so we got some gaming up front. You know what I mean?
Okay, so I got the Switch Lite, and when I sat down to play it, I was like, I want to play Mario Golf, and so I opened it up, and I don't know if it's always been there, but they added ranked matches. So like, you can play on. I had played online before, but I had never played a ranked match. And
So do you like diamond tier already, or what?
Well, so do you know how to get screenshots from your Switch to the computer?
Yeah, you just plug it in.
Okay, well, if I figured that out, I'll put up
you
one
have
of
a
the screenshots.
Or sorry, you have an SD card? You got a screenshot to take off the Switch?
Yeah, I got a few.
Yeah, so if you just take the SD card out, you can throw it in your computer as long as this... if not, then you can either post them to Twitter, or I think you can just plug it in and browse the... I think. I've never done it that way. I always use the SD card because...
Well, regardless, I started playing ranked, and when you play ranked like standard golf, you start out as like, depending on how many players there are. When I started, there was 50,000 players that had played ranked, and so you start out and you're a C- rank, and you're a number in the world. You have a worldwide rank, and so you start out as 50,000th in the world. And so I started playing it. And the better you do, and like the more people you beat, you play in groups of 4, your world rank goes up. And so I've been playing it this past week. And a couple notable things. Number 1, I am like 2300th in the world.
Great job.
Golf clap. Well done. I'm proud of you.
Which took me a while. Like, so the first 25,000 spots is pretty simple. You just have to win. You really just have to play. But then once you get to like 20,000, it starts to like you get halfway to the wall every time. You know, it's like harder and harder to get closer to 1. So I'm like, I think I'm like 2,300 or something in the world as of this recording.
Wow.
And I have screenshots playing against the top players in the world. I played against the number 1 player in the world who plays with Daisy. Daisy's the one from Galaxy, right?
Rosalina.
Sorry, Rosalina. And he only beat me by 1 shot.
Ooh, almost lost his spot there.
Yeah, I wonder. So the way it is I think it's points.
Yeah,
so
I know. Yeah.
Every month, every 30 days, the score is reset. So I have a screenshot of me playing against him. So if I can
That's pretty
get that,
tight.
if I can get that on screen, I will.
That's pretty dope, man.
But
How'd
dude,
it feel?
it makes
Did
me
you
feel
get your
good.
ass whipped?
Well, no, I was only like, I think he ended with like -3 and I ended with -2, and so I am like,
Pretty much, you could
I
also
feel
be number
good
1.
that I am within reason. I would say in the top 10% of the world. At
That's
that
pretty
game,
dope, dude.
which feels good. You know,
Yeah. No, I'm proud of you, man. That's good news for you.
What's the percentage of that? 2,300 out of 50,000.
That's what I was going. Yeah, I was going to say it's about 5%, 4.6.
So I'm in the top.
You said
5.
2,300.
Yeah,
Wow, man. I've
So-
never knew someone so famous.
Top 5%.
dude. I'm gearing up for MLG.
You're basically pro, dude.
Yeah, I got MLG tryouts.
You
next
going
week.
to you're gonna join FaZe Clan?
Yeah, I'm gonna probably join
No,
FaZe.
it's phase buff.
FaZe buff, like FaZe Mace.
FaZe Mace.
D phase.
But yeah, so that's cool. It feels the only thing I don't like about it is that you can do something called a special shot where like it like fucks other people up.
Yeah, I know you said you hate those.
And I
but
don't like it in ranked. Because dude, all people do is they'll just wait for everyone to hit and they'll fuck everyone up.
The thing I will say about that is,
And there's no time limit on
it's-
shot.
to me, it's the same thing where people that are really into Super Smash Brothers don't like to have items on for like the competitive play, and I understand that for the rank stuff, but I like to have items on. So to me, it sounds like the specials would be cool, but I get where you're coming from, where it's just kind of a fucked up thing where like you're doing really good, but somebody uses theirs. There isn't always the same opportunity you have to just use your special to get ahead again, like they might have.
I just wish that there was an option for 2 different ranked leagues.
Yeah.
You know, like one with special and one without. Because the one without is like true merit. The other one is utilizing items. Because that's the only time I ever lost. Was when I'm like one shot up, I'm sitting on the green, I'm about to putt a birdie, and some asshole hits me off the green into the water. And then I get down 2 shots because of that. It's like, dude, this is all just like a fucking chess game.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with actual skill.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like
Actual golf skill.
I almost feel like I want to take back half of the statement about items in Smash because those are like just random as shit.
Yeah.
Like someone could have, a star appear right next to them and they get it and then they're
That's
invincible
luck.
for a little bit.
Yeah.
But in that, it's like you have your special and you should just plan around people using theirs and you using yours. But like I said, it doesn't mean that you can just use yours anytime to get ahead.
What I've found is that if you play really fast, you can beat people too. You can like put it in before their ball even hits the ground. So that's good. But yeah, it's nice, dude. I feel like accomplished because I'm actually like really fucking good at that game.
I'm not surprised. You're very big into golf games, so
Oh.
that's pretty lit.
It's
Good for you,
it's
man.
it's fun. So yeah, gaming.
Um,
End of clip.
yeah, man, that's pretty nut. That's pretty nuts. Proud of
Pretty
you, man.
nice.
Pretty nuts. So I had a couple things. I already asked about the Discord. It is set up. I'm trying to do a little bit extra stuff.
It'll be called Buffer Boys. Just kidding.
I had a few topics. One of which is Splitgate.
You're
Steve-
welcome.
Yes, Steve said you should try this game.
Oh, I thought it was like like Watergate.
Nope. Splitgate is a I almost want to say Halo and Portal clone, which is essentially spot on. It's the
That
developers
sounds familiar.
the developers were pretty much like, we love these games and we want to make or combine the two.
Yeah. I will say it's been like a thing around for a while, but I think it just came out in open beta like
Is it like
Yeah,
Overwatch?
the other week.
Overwatch?
No.
No, I mean it's more like just Halo Online. There's no campaign, so it's more like just team deathmatch 4v4. They've got like capture the flag or the what was the skull
Yeah.
mode in Halo where you try and carry around the skull for the longest amount of
Oh
time.
yeah, I
Um,
forgot about that.
And so honestly, it is super fun. I played it for like 2.5 hours.
PC only.
I think it's on
right-
console.
Is it? I
Xbox
thought
I don't
One,
think it's on
Xbox
Switch.
Series XS,
Yeah.
PlayStation 4 and 5.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's in beta.
And Linux.
Apparently they may leave it in beta for a long time. I mean, it's probably the same thing that happened with Quake Champions. It's probably never going to come out of beta, but it's free to play. You only pay for cosmetics if you want. You can win them through drops. There's lots of loot boxes for sure, but you don't need any of that shit. It's just skins for your guns. Nothing makes you any better at the game. And it's like there are certain spots in the map that you can create a portal that you can walk through, you can shoot through, you can see through. So there's like 3 different things to keep in mind is that if you create a portal on that wall, you can shoot another one over there. As long as it's within distance or like within eyesight of you, you can put another portal there. So you can be on the opposite side of the map, see another guy over there, shoot a portal over there, and shoot a portal there, and then shoot him through the portal. He can shoot through the portal, but he can't see you. He can't walk through that portal.
But if you see someone like a portal like appear right there and you're like running that way, you might just start blasting because
Yeah.
the guy might be about to.
Yeah, you can shoot the person through the portal.
But you can't see them.
You
through the
can't see it.
portal.
They can't. You can see through your own.
You can see through your own. You can't see through your teammates, but you can walk through your teammates or shoot through your teammates. And
Dude,
it's pretty fucking cool.
I never thought about Portal being a first-person
Yeah, because
shooter.
I think that way that it's
That's
advertised
really
on
fucking
Steam
smart.
says Portal with guns, but
yeah,
Yeah, it says Halo
more-
meets Portal.
it's more Halo-y in combat to me. The grenades are only used for destroying other people's portals, so it's pretty cool. I've been playing a lot of shoddy snipes. That's probably my favorite mode in that game.
Triple kill.
so
I would say that it's super fucking cool, and I highly recommend it if you like either one of those 2 games.
But that's the funniest part is I had heard of it a bunch, and I told Sean check it out because I know you like Halo more really than I do, and actually
Dude,
get into
this
the
game's gonna
online
be
stuff.
Huge.
But I was watching him play, and they got an announcer that does like basically the same exact things as the Halo guy.
Yeah,
some of them are different, but
It's like a double kill, triple kill, and then it's a kaleidoscope for 4. The one thing that's kind of cool is that they don't like just dismiss assist kills. You still get a point as a kill for an assist, but it doesn't count towards the overall kill
score.
score for. So I've always found that frustrating in Halo is like you'll get someone to like, you know, all the way down and someone just comes and shoots them once and then you have an assist now, right? Like it's not your kill, but they still count that towards your score, which is the score I still don't fully understand.
Is it points based?
Yeah. So I mean, overall, if you're playing team deathmatch, it's, you know, first team to 50, right? But your kills contribute to the overall score for the team. You have your own score, which I still haven't figured out exactly how it works, because like you get a kill and it contributes towards your score, but and someone told me they thought it was your KD, your kills versus your deaths, but it doesn't even make sense because one time I had like 7, my score was 7, I killed 12 people, but I died four times, I think. So I don't know where that other point went or what the deal was there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Either way, I mean, I just started playing it. I probably played it for maybe 5-6 hours tops now, but I mean, I'm absolutely going to keep playing it for a little while. I was really enjoying Quake Champions as like a game when I just want to do a quick match of, you know, against another 4 people. But the Portal aspect of this like adds a whole nother layer. Like you can shoot one, like if there's something on top of something, you can shoot a portal there and walk through it, and then you like jump up through the other side. It's pretty crazy. Like,
did you ever play Portal?
No.
Whoa! You never played Portal?
I
Yeah.
never played Portal.
Get Portal 2 so
Fuck,
we can
dude, I think
play
I have the
co-op.
orange box like in this room.
Yeah,
It's
I mean, I
also
was
like
trying to
a
get
couple
Danielle to
dollars.
play it.
Shit,
It's $10 on
dude.
Steam.
You have okay.
Get Portal and
You
then
need
play
to
co-op
fucking
Portal
play that.
Portal 2 together. Because honestly, like she likes puzzle games.
That's why I said
Yeah.
I think she would like it. I don't really love
Dude, it's
that type of. I mean, I don't know.
It's-
Dude, she would play that. She would not put it down until she beat it,
Yeah.
and neither would you. That is one of the coolest games I've ever played.
just the Portal system, like you're talking about. That's
Yeah.
the type of shit I would be trying from day one because of Portal, where you have to get somewhere and you like, I don't know how to get up there, so you shoot a portal
Yeah.
underneath where you need to go to another high point, jump down and shoot a portal at the floor, and then you fly up out of the other one.
So
Like that's the type. I know that probably doesn't help that much in the shooting,
no,
but
I mean, but the thing about Splitgate is you can only put the portals in certain spots. Like there's
same
this
with
wall.
same with Portal.
Okay, well,
Well,
yeah.
I will say in Portal, it's more like at first it's like there's only certain places you can't put it, but then as you get farther, you're like, okay, I have to figure out where I can place them. And
Yeah.
But-
so I was playing the equivalent of the Skull game in Halo inside of and I don't really love that mode in Halo in the first place. But the guy, he figured out like the map we were playing on is pretty fucked for this ball game. I don't know what to call it. But it's like this area that has 4 like pillars that you can underneath the map, 4 pillars in this like circular room that all have a portal wall that you can place a portal on. And he placed one directly in front of him and one behind him, and he had the ball in his hand, and he just kept running through the 2 portals, and anytime anyone came in there in between him, he would just hit him with the ball and they die immediately. So like
it's so funny.
he just like broke the fucking game. I was so frustrated because like I couldn't get down there. He was going so fast I couldn't shoot him because the walls are really close together. So he was just like going from one side to the other really quickly. But the team deathmatch is really fun. The maps are really fun. They're still updating it. There's a lot of cosmetics. I'm not super into all that, but I mean, it is kind of cool to win a new suit and, you know, feel cool about it.
Yeah.
But that's the type of monetization that's cool. Like
I don't have to pay to win. I can pay to look nice.
As much as I didn't care for Overwatch, like that you did have to buy, but then everything after that was like cosmetics and loot boxes. So it wasn't like Battlefront where it does add to your game if you get good cards and shit.
Right. And one other thing I was thinking about for the channel here, and I didn't do it. I thought about it after I was playing. I do think that if we're talking about a game, if it's possible, maybe we should try and record some footage. Like, you can do that on Switch by holding down the D-pad or the home button or screenshot button. My God,
Which button was it?
the screenshot button.
You almost fucked it up again.
I know. So you can do that on Switch. You can absolutely do it on PC.
I could do it on PlayStation.
You can do it on PlayStation. So I do think that might be kind of cool if we're talking about a game to have like a little bit of a showcase in the bottom, because when I'm talking about Splitgate, like I feel like it's kind of hard to. I mean, Portal and Halo. If you know anything about gaming like that, you know what that means, right? But just to see it on screen might be a little bit more beneficial to people. So.
Yeah, Mason, edit some more, dude.
What I try to do...
That's not what I mean. I mean, I'm just...
No. What I try to do is put like on the video, what they've probably seen is like the trailer.
Yeah, no, I've seen... exactly, but I
Yeah.
think it would be cool if it was our own gameplay.
Yeah, dude, if you record gameplay, send me like 2 or 3 minutes of it.
That's what I'm saying. I think that would be cool. All right. So just an idea for everybody.
No,
for
yeah.
listeners, go ahead and
It
send us
looks
your
great.
video.
Looks great.
Join the Discord. Smash the like button.
Yeah. So Splitgate's really cool. That's essentially what I want to say. I'm going to keep playing it. Does anyone else have something they want to talk about real quick? Or, I mean, I could keep going here.
I have one thing, but do you...
Yeah, let me just get this
Let's go
over
around
with,
the
'cause
table.
Let me just do this. So this weekend I went whitewater rafting. Got a new shirt. You probably don't know if you can read it from there, but it's PBR style. Raft West Virginia Whitewater Adventures on the Gorge.
Yeehaw!
Yeah, we went to West Virginia, did the New River Gorge, and almost died. It was pretty sweet. So
Yeah.
I already
That's pretty
told you
cool,
guys
dude.
about it. I told Sean a lot of the details, but just to give Mason some more information on it.
I'll do a little slideshow of your photos.
Yeah, I'll show you guys a couple here in a sec, but basically we went through and it was like 3.5 feet. So one of the measurements are like 6,000 CFS. Like it rained before, so the water level was higher, and depending on how the water level is, as you can imagine, different parts of the river are different levels of danger and high rapids and stuff. But we went through some easy shit at first. Just, they sent you up far enough where like we probably had in like a couple hours of basically nothing, and so we could get used to paddling and stuff.
Yeah.
I'd never done it before. A couple of us had. But we go and we went through this one spot that was supposed to be like pretty rough, and our guide was super cool. He was like 20. Didn't find out until later that this was his first year guiding, which I'm glad he didn't say anything because it would have scared me, except for he was really good. So like no he said that. He's like, I don't normally like to tell people that while we're on the boat, but he didn't. He waited till later, but he was awesome. He was really cool. We were just talking to him like one of the homies, and he came and hung out with us after.
Yeah.
So that was cool. We were just having a good time. We went through this one part, and he was asking us how hard do we want to go. Like, it was a bunch of bros. I think he was sick, or he was stoked because the water level was higher than it had been like for months. And everyone's like, let's hit it hard. So we went through one spot that was like supposed to be pretty rough, and we made it through. And he's like, okay, yeah, if we did that, we can do anything. We're good. We got a lot of bodies here. It was 10 of us in this 16-foot raft. It's going to be sweet. So we get up to this one part, the Keenies, which are like 3 pretty much, I don't want to say like consecutive for people that actually raft and kayak and stuff. They've probably been to places where it was a lot rougher, but it was like 3 back-to-back, the upper, middle, and lower Keenies. And apparently there's, rapid system, like 1 through 5 is like pretty standard. From what I hear, class 6 is like imminent death potential. Like you don't do that unless you're really good. And then after that, it's like waterfalls and shit. I don't know how accurate that is, but 5 was like the highest. And this place gets like, they label it as 4+, where depending on what the water level is or what. So we're going through and it was like pretty much class 5 today, he was saying. All right, so really it's the lower one that gets really bad. But we went up the first one, the high, upper Keene, whatever. We went through that, all good. We go to the middle, and we hit this one spot, and we straight up like go up and down,
Straight down.
and then up, and then our raft just like starts turning. And he told us, you know, where to swim to if you fall out and all that. And he told us like if the boat starts to flip, people on the other side should like dive against it so that you can try to push it back down. But as soon as he called like to do that, we were already fucking done. So the boat flips. I got stuck under the boat, and I was like, this is not where you want to be. And I knew he'd flip it, but I was like kind of fucking shook because you can't see dick. So I'm like in there, I'm like looking around, get some air, try to get out, pop up in another spot in the boat. I get some more air, and then I was like, fuck this, and I just pushed out. And then I'm up, and there's waves hitting me in the face. I'm trying to breathe. And I turn, and as soon as I turned around, he already had the boat flipped and was like in it. The guy like did it so quick. He was badass. Jackson was his name. I don't want to disrespect him and just call him the guide. But he flipped it. He was in there, and I see like other people trying to get in. 2 of my friends got in pretty quick. And I'm just floating down the river going through this rapid. Like I can't get up. I can't swim against the current. I see the other boats. They're trying to like throw lines out for people to get pulled in. And I see a bunch of people getting pulled back in. Ours was the only one that flipped. There's 4 other boats out there at the time. So we're going, and I'm just like trying to swim, but you know, not that strong of a swimmer in rapids. So I'm getting sunk down. One of our other buddies, Adam, was also basically with me stuck. And I just hear that one of the boats was like, "We can't save you. Swim right."
Dude,
And-
that's fucking terrifying.
And Adam was Papa no likey. But dude,
That's horrible.
yeah, and Adam, I just like I heard it, but he was like, "Steve, swim right," and I just go follow him, and then we go, and there was like rocks and shit, and you can go look up videos. I'd love to show you one later. I don't want to do one right now, but you go, and it was like a bend, so I'm seeing these rocks, and they had called this spot out called like the meat grinder, is what they said, because there's all these rocks like under the water, and depending on what level you're at, you can see them. And I'm just like not trying to get wrecked by rocks, so I'm like seeing where there might be and swimming. Also just being carried by the water, so I probably didn't do as much as I was thinking in my head I was.
Are you the only one in the water?
Adam also didn't get back in the
Okay.
boat. And then I go to the lower Keenies, which is like the hard part, and I just get like sucked underwater. And
Dude,
I like took a breath as I was going under. I just held my breath, and I start like, you know, trying to swim up, but I'm like, fuck, dude, I don't know what's going to happen because I can't see. I'm going, and then I like pop back out, and it's still rapids. I'm like, I don't see Adam anymore. I'm like, oh God. But then another boat like came out, and at the end of it where it was like calm finally, they like pulled me into the boat. And it was terrifying. It was awful, but it was so funny because everyone's like, are you all right? And you know, all this. And then another boat had come up, and they were like, did you just swim through the lower Keenies? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, how was that? And I was like, dude, not chill. Like, I just couldn't think about
Dude.
I would be shitting my fucking
is-
pants. I'm sorry, man. I'm not interested in doing that ever in my life.
Dude, it
And
was so fucked. But
you fell out.
dude, that was me. I was like, ah! No, for real, because I was trying to think. I tried to lean back as I saw the boat tipping, and then I just got thrown out into the water. But just a little quick slideshow for you guys. We'll put a couple pictures. This was us like
Yeah.
before we went out, so you know that was cool. It was fun. And then there's us like in the raft.
Who took the photos? These are really nice photos.
There's like people on the side. We had to buy them.
Oh, okay.
There's just people like
Okay.
on the side. My face there. I'm like really getting it. And then
That should be your Discord photo.
that one, dude. Dude, it was gnarly, bro. I was like flipping out. This was like before we ate shit, obviously.
Oh my.
And then,
gosh.
yeah, like
Dude, I love the face, dude. It's so good.
everybody else like had some funny
Dude, the
faces.
one of you
like,
where you're in the water with just
yeah.
your head sticking
Dude,
out is
there's
pretty
a lot
fucking-
of
Why
them.
did they take a photo of that? That's like
in case it was like
in case you
last
die?
memory of Steve
okay.
dead.
Okay.
No, I
That's
don't
good.
know, but
You can
so,
pull
dude,
the screen up a little bit.
Okay, sorry, dude.
Okay, that's a Discord photo.
This one is my favorite.
Oh my god, dude.
Dude, look at
You-
all this
dude, you
around me,
had
bro.
to
This
be-
action shot.
I know, dude.
I would
That
honestly
is
hate my life.
low key traumatizing.
I think this was before these where I finally ditched the paddle, because that was one thing. They're like, you want to hold on to it so when you get back in you can still help. And I held it for a little while, and Adam had like 3 in his hands because he like other people were, you know, dropped theirs obviously because we all fell out.
Dude.
He had like 3, and then I saw him just fucking launch them and just start going. So I was like, all right, I think that might be it. And then this was us after drinking at the bar.
Let me guess who the fucking guide is. The raft guide. It's got to be that fucking dude in the middle, right? Holy shit!
After he
I'll
was,
blur his face out, but I'm gonna zoom in on it.
dude, it was so funny because before this, or maybe it was after, I don't know. He said he knew someone that looked like Tim, and he did. He showed us a picture, but then, so he wanted to get a picture of Tim to show to his friend and be like, "Look, I rafted with you today." But then by the end, we were like, "Dude, we want a picture with you because like you're part of the squad now." We hung out with him for
Dude, that's.
like
I
6-7 hours after.
Are you
that.
traumatized?
I mean, it was terrible. I'm not gonna lie
Like it's
to you.
okay. Like if you were like I'm like it was actually like a harrowing fucking moment.
Yeah, I was very scared, and then for real, like
I'm
I know
laughing
they were just
because of how
yeah.
lucky you are
No.
like to be still with us.
right. They were all like, "It's funny now that we know nobody died," but everybody was like, kind of joking about it, making jokes, and asking me, like I said earlier, they're like, "Dude, was it scary?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Like,
Yeah, I bet
what do you
Jackson
mean,
was
dude?
For
fucking
sure, dude.
thrilled.
Well, so I felt bad because everybody was like, he probably got shit on later because he's pretty new. But either way, I mean, yeah, it was terrible. It was funny. Like we found some good jokes to be made. It's all good,
Steve?
but I definitely don't plan on doing that anytime soon. I
Bro,
got like
don't tell your mom, dude.
I did. Yeah,
All right, tell your mom, dude.
I probably shouldn't have, but at the time I was like, "Oh shit, mom! I just want you to know I love you."
Yeah.
I was
Dude,
like, "Shit, dude."
That is fucking terrifying. I probably would never do that. That's probably what it.
So I didn't know how
Yeah.
bad it was gonna be. Like I knew when he said rafting, like it
Yeah,
wasn't
but
just.
You'd think you'd do
Chilling
like
on
a
the
level
river.
3 at the highest.
Yeah, I mean, like I didn't know. I was like, I don't think it'd be that crazy. And again, like had we hit a bad spot, even the other guides were like, they didn't see that, and the ones behind us saw us go down and went to the left of the spot we were at. But some of it, like you don't know because the waves are just shifting, right? Like it's not like an ocean wave where you see one come and you hit that. It's like there's
It's just
a lot
what's
of
in
shit
front you.
going on that
Yeah.
it's all changing at every second. So I mean, there was nothing really we could have done because we hit it hard and then we just like started flipping. But the other part that got a little scary, and then we can go on to other stuff, was pretty much like immediately the next like big rapid after that. We go and we were like crushing it, but we came in to the side to avoid like some rocks and stuff, and then it was basically a squiggle. So we came in from the side, and then we were going back around, going straight, and we needed to turn left, and we could not turn left. And there was just this big rock with like a calm spot because none of the waves were coming in. They call eddy, where it's like just chill. Maybe it circles there. We got like straight into that and got stuck, and we had to like turn, and then there's just rapids right next to us, and we were about to like push off and just go into rapids with no momentum. And he's like, "Okay, so on 3 we're gonna push off this rock, and then we need to just paddle like real hard." And I look at David, who's done it before, and like he did not look like it was chill. And I'm like, "Oh shit, dude! Like this was not gonna be good." We made it out of that fine, but after later when we were talking about it, obviously besides me potentially drowning, that was like the scariest thing forever. Like of all the stuff that happened, because the rock we were by had like a shelf where under the water there was not as much of a rock. It was like sticking out above water. So if you got sucked down and like got smacked under there and came up, unless you could figure out where you were, you would probably get fucking stuck there. So it was terrible.
I don't think I'm ever gonna do that.
No, I would probably like. It was so funny too, because like when we were still like on our way up, some of the people were in the group chat just talking before we were on our way, and one of the guys was like, "So what are we doing? Is this like floating down the river? Like are we tubing or what?" And David's like, "Come on, bro!" Like you could see in the picture for the website in the text app that it was not people in a tube. But he just as Dylan said, he wanted to raft, and he's like, "Hell yeah!" He wasn't thinking about it, but I didn't know it was gonna be like that. I figured we were gonna be like working and stuff, but so anyways, yeah, I almost died a little bit. It probably wasn't as serious as it is when I say that, but yeah, I swam like a class
Dude.
4 to 5 rapid.
Good thing you had God on your side,
When
dude.
you're on God's side, you're
had-
always on the
No.
right side.
That's what's funny is Dylan made this comment, but I think I had the power of God and anime on my side because I had my Berserk shirt on, and I think the power of guts just
that
was
was
flowing within me.
It was Discord.
You on the Discord, Sweva?
So Steve, can you do me a favor real quick? Can you join the link that I just sent you? Okay, so anyway, I just want to make sure that I had set that up right, and
Yeah, we can move on.
Yeah,
I almost died. It was kind of funny. The pictures of it are honestly pretty hilarious in hindsight, so I'm happy about that. Glad somebody bought them all. It was a good time. If anyone invites me to a bachelor party in the future, know that I will not be whitewater rafting.
That is really fucking scary.
yeah, I don't want to do that in my life. I'll tell you that right now.
I should not have told Mom, but
Dude, I would never have told her that shit. I have something.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I have only a couple things.
So, I'm gonna do my best to explain this. So, I was on TikTok, and I might show a TikTok just to give some context, but I came across this video that I didn't really understand, and so I did a little bit more research. There's this company called Free Water, and if you go to the website,
do they have free water or what?
freewater.io, I believe it is, which is like the cool new company domain using .io. freewater.io. So essentially what this is
this a video game?
No. It's I'll
kidding.
just show you that, Steve, so you can see it. So you have a visual. Free water.
All right, is it free?
So the idea
Sick art,
is what free water is there's this guy, I don't know his name, but he wanted to be able to give people free water, like free access to water, without them having to pay for it, but having the advertisers pay for it. So what the company is, and I really hope that we're on the tip of this because I think it's such a fucking smart idea for products, for food, whatever it is. What happens is you apply for a case of free water, and they send it to you, and it's completely free, no strings attached. The people who pay for it are the people who advertise on the label.
Oh, that's pretty interesting.
So you see, right?
Yeah.
I'll put a little screenshot
yeah,
on screen.
that's pretty cool.
So every label has like a QR code.
Yeah.
And when you become an advertiser, you essentially, however much you decide to pay is how many bottles it will go on. So you're essentially, as an advertiser, paying for free water for people. And the caveat is that when you get your can of beer, it'll say like, McDonald's McChicken, and there'll be a QR code. Or in some circumstances, dude, people are going to like click off to check the Discord.
At least it's got some effect on it. So.
I know. People will be paying for things with the viewing of an ad. So like, let's say, for example, you're going to get McDonald's. This is a thing that he brought up. That he was like, this is what I think the future of like food and beverage consumption is. Let's say you get a McDouble, a McChicken, and like a small fry from McDonald's.
Yep.
And they say in order to pay for it, you can either send us literal funds, you can pay for it with like regular currency or money, or you can watch a number of ads. And those advertiser's money is paying for the food that you're buying, or the beverage, or the product, or the service. And dude, I think it's the future of, especially people who are who have lesser means.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, it kind of scares me a little bit, but I know that I'm not paying for it. But it is advertising, and my feelings upon that. So, if it's a label on a bottle, I don't care that much. But I mean, what you're talking about, I don't know.
As an option, though. So
I just feel like it's like the whole fucking TikTok thing where it's like, want to break from the ads, like, you know what I mean? Like it's more, either don't pay and have ads shoved down your throat, or pay money and ignore them. And knowing me, I'm going to be the guy who's like, I'm going to pay so I don't have to get advertised to.
I agree.
But I do think it is a valid option for people who can't afford fucking water, which should be free.
Think about Flint, Michigan.
Yeah, no, they're fucked
Their
still.
water
I'm sorry,
supply has
I know
been
we're going to get
so
demonetized
bad.
already because of me.
No, it's been so bad because something is just wrong with their water. It could be fracking. It could be a number of issues. But for people who don't have the option, especially people in third world countries that, potentially walk miles to just get clean water, think about sending them free water and because an advertiser has paid to put whatever product or service they have on the bottle. This is, I think, the ultimate question for people. And if you want to answer, put it in the comments. Let's say you go to buy, you get a DoorDash order for $5 and you got an icy and a Twix. And they said, you can pay $5 or you can watch 5 ads. I think a lot of people would click the fucking ads and walk away.
I mean, if you could walk away.
So the idea that he showed was,
I know what you're saying, but I'm like,
you watch the ads, and at the end of the ads, you get a pin or a QR code that you then enter into the app that says you've gone through the ads.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I think a lot
feel
of
like,
people would be like, yeah, I'd like to save $5.
No, I mean, I think it's cool, and I definitely would do what I can to help people out, even if it's watch ads or pay some extra amount to get some branded water or whatever, to get free water to people. That's tight. I think the implications of stuff like that, like Sean said, becomes scary, where you're saying watch the ads to get free stuff, basically. It's like was it Black Mirror or what, where
It was something we talked about.
Yeah, we've already talked about it, where somebody will sit down and make you watch the ads to get to it. And to some people, it's like time or money. Like, I might rather pay $5 than spend 10 minutes or whatever watching ads. But if you don't have money, or if I'm like, I got time to kill, why not? It's cool. I just getting that shit as the option to force feed you ads.
Yeah, man. To me, it's still like, and I don't want to get too political here with this, but it is still capitalism at its finest.
It is.
You are getting something in return for being a consumer and being subject to advertising, which I'm a huge, I absolutely hate ads. So I'm not trying to say that this is a bad idea. I think this is awesome. I think that, there are a lot of people in the world who can't afford water, and to get water for free, to have a sticker on a bottle, is much different to me than McDonald's offering me a burger for,
I think the water aspect is what is most important. But it is a model for other goods and services. And I wouldn't be surprised, especially with the future of automation in jobs, that, things like universal basic income become more realistic, and, stuff like this where you pay by watching a couple ads. I don't know. I think in this packaging for water, to give people water, I think is very important.
I think I agree with that. The one thing that I will also say, though, is I would be interested in knowing what the return on my investment is, though, because something where they're like, oh, yeah, it goes towards company to get people water. Like, is it every dollar gives them a cent? Is it that half the money goes?
Yeah.
I'm sure they have something in there somewhere about that, but I'm just saying, when you see a lot of these companies be like, we'll donate for everything you buy, but don't really say what, or people like, who was it in the last Super Bowl, like Bud Light, or somebody donated like some chump change compared to what they spent on the ad for the Super Bowl. And I'm like, your advertisement said you donated $100,000, or maybe even it was less, and you just spent $1 million or so dollars on a Super Bowl ad. Like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Great that you donated money, but you did that as a PR move, not to help.
So the big question is it a nonprofit?
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm sure there's
Is
information
it a
in there.
not-for-profit, or is it is every penny going into the
Yeah.
production of the bottling of the water, you know? Because I have to assume, like, it's not like Tom's where every pair of shoes you buy, a kid gets a pair of shoes. That's not really something you can track. This is something where they're only, as far as I know, they're only making as many bottles as the amount of ads you pay for. So let's say, for example, you can get 1,000 bottles with your label on it for $100. Right? So like maybe there's a couple dollar fee for the advertiser, like maybe 10% or 20%, but all that money is only going to create the bottle, right? I think that's the idea. Or at least I hope so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I do agree with the free water thing. I think that's really cool. I think that taking it much further than that is going to, like, kind of rub me the wrong way. But, I mean, I guess what do you do? You know?
Yeah, I mean, I think like you said, the packaging of this is neat. I don't know what future stuff would hold with it, but we're also maybe a little bit on the pessimistic side of all that stuff. So
The guy on TikTok the owner keeps saying like, "Oh, this is what Coke's gonna do. This is what
I
Pepsi's
could definitely
gonna
see
do."
that, but
I'd appreciate that, but also I don't drink soda, so free soda for other people is great. But
sodas?
I think
I don't.
free water is great
Yeah.
for people who need water.
No,
Free soda is like,
Don't be
we
giving
need
people
that.
free soda, man. That's
Yeah.
like
Dude, freesoda.io.
I'm
Free drpepper.io. Yeah, okay, that's it.
I still have a few things. I kind of want to give a mini review of Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass.
I can help
and-
with that.
And we've talked about it a couple times, I feel like, on this podcast, but I think it's good for two things. I think it's good for new gamers, and I think it's good for people who have been gaming for a while.
It's good for
and-
all gamers.
It's good for
it's good
nude gamers.
For nude gamers, everyone who's
And-
playing games not
and clothed gamers.
and clothed gamers. The reason I say this though is because we got that other PC, and I told Danielle, I was like, you should check out Game Pass because it's $1 for the first month. If you don't like it, cancel, but you're gonna like it. It to me is the Netflix of video games, and I think that's the gold standard for what companies need to be doing to get people to subscribe to their shit, right? So I say this, why I think it's good for new gamers is because I will recommend a game to Danielle, or she'll say, this game looks cool. And if she wasn't subscribed to Game Pass, she'd have to spend, between $10 to $50 to $60 on a game.
Yep.
Buy it and decide she doesn't like it, and that money's wasted, right? So she has got on Game Pass and she's installed a game that she thought looked interesting. She installed Maneater, which is like that GTA, but you play as a shark game. Have you seen that?
I feel like
Maybe.
it is not
Sounds familiar. I'll look at it.
really the right comparison, but it's also like the only comparison.
Yeah, I mean, you're literally just running around as a shark.
Seen this, but
Like
I get it.
But you kill people. You
Yeah.
have missions as a shark. And
She loves sharks. To
she
preface
does
it,
love
so
sharks. And
That's why that was idea number one.
so yeah, she installed it and played it for 20, 30 minutes and was like, I don't really like this. And she left it installed just in case she wants to play it again. But yeah, I mean, it gives you the option to try out a game, and if you like it, then you can play it. It also comes with EA Play now, which is fucking insane because EA offers some pretty good games.
Yeah, I mean, EA kind of sucks, but
yeah, but I mean, to bundle it with Xbox
Yeah, I
Game
know.
Pass is insane. Which I think EA Play on its own is like $6 a month, right?
Yeah, Plate.
But she
something
installed,
like that.
she was like looking for another game
Yeah,
and saw Fallen Order, and she
Star
beat the whole
Wars.
game. She's finished with it.
How did she like it?
She said she really enjoyed it. I mean, at first she was like, I don't know. And then she turned around and was like, yeah, I really like this game.
it's Jedi Souls, baby.
So,
Try to get her to get good, and then she can play some Dark Souls.
yeah. So the thing also that I really appreciate about it is the layout. well, you click on a game and it'll show you the trailer, and I do feel like it's very Netflix-esque. Whereas like Steam has that also, but I feel like it's
Steam's like
search
pretty
and-
janky.
Yeah,
Like it's so. It's one of those things where it was the first that did it, and a lot of the stuff they have is still like
the gold
the first
standard.
way they did it, and they didn't. I mean, I know it's been updated over time, but you can feel that this is a launcher that is built off of a launcher from however many years
Yeah,
ago. Like,
but even compared to like, what's the other one I have? Origin sucks.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Amazon store sucks.
yeah, but
Epic is the worst.
I mean-
like that's the worst fucking store. But Game Pass has their layout like mastered.
I mean,
The
to
only
be fair, Microsoft has been perfecting that shit with their Xbox like
right.
platform forever too. So
I just think that they did a really good job with implementing it in a way that is very accessible to new users and for people who are like, okay, yeah, I know this game's on Game Pass. Let me go install it. And I just want to say that like if you're considering purchasing Game Pass, I would absolutely 100% recommend trying it for the first month for $1. I know it is very much like Netflix where games that you've installed will fall off, but most Microsoft titles, at least as far as I know, are not going to go anywhere.
first party titles will not. It's just all these third party games, and they, you can find out what games are coming off that month, and if you're like, oh shit, I need to play it.
Yeah,
then
it'll
you
say
play it.
like, hey, this falls off at the end of the month. Even inside the app, you don't
Yeah.
have to go to the web interface
Right.
to find out what's leaving. But, other thing is 27 out of 30 of the titles from I don't remember the exact
it was
numbers.
something. I thought it was like 32 out of like 36 or some
Yeah.
shit. It was most of the titles Xbox shows off at their conferences now are going to be Game Pass.
Yeah, and to me, like that, I think is like, I hate to say it because subscription-based gaming kind of is not great. Like,
We can talk about that, but
I mean, I don't know that I want to dive into it in this clip. Just this
just
clip.
clip that.
Just clip this. But I don't know that I would say that it's the wrong thing to do, especially for new people who are into PC gaming, and even on Xbox. Man,
Yeah, if you
I
have
think
an
that
Xbox.
I think it makes a lot of sense. Like, you spend that much money on gold every month anyway if you want to play online.
If you get a Series S, the digital, it's all digital, right? Yeah. There's no like, why would you not get it? 'Cause
You have to.
that's the one thing. We don't have to talk about it that much, but again, yeah, like we like owning physical games. A lot of us on PC, I don't care anymore because like
No disc
Steam and
drive
stuff.
anyway.
Yeah, I don't have one, but Steam and all that has made it where like even if you could buy physicals, like, do you really want to be dealing with that? Not really. So it's whatever. I still like owning my games though, and that is one thing that's weird about it. But one thing that is nice about Game Pass too is like any game that's on Game Pass, if you decide you want to own it, you have a discount on it just for being part of Game Pass. Like if you're subscribed, you can get a discount, and that's cool because if you want to buy a game that is going out at the end of the month, you can be like, well, let me just purchase it for. It's probably not that much, but whatever percent off, like it's better than just buying it outright, which is nice.
Yeah.
And they don't give you the DLC for any of the games, so if you want DLC, you do have to buy that, which feels weird if you want to buy DLC and not own the game, but whatever. And if it's an Xbox first party, then it's going to be there always anyways. And I tell everybody to try it out, especially like if you don't have a ton of money. I know it sounds like, do I need another subscription? But I forget how much it is for the PC. Is it $10 a month? Because I think I was paying for like the premium thing for no reason because it was like Xbox and PC together. Do you remember, Sean? Is it 10?
It's $10 for just PC. It's $15 for
Yeah.
yeah.
So if you do $10 for just PC, $120 a year, that's two full price games. Which understand that if you are like trying to save money and not buy a ton of games, if you don't have a ton to spend money on, maybe you aren't buying $60 titles. So maybe you're buying a couple $20, a couple $40 or whatever, and you do only spend $120 or whatever a year on games. It's still totally worth just looking and seeing if 1 month you want to play a couple of games, you have time. You spend $10 and you bang out a few titles and then you unsubscribe. Like, it's insane how good of a deal that is. And Microsoft has so much money, I don't think any other company is going to be able to do it. Epic's been like giving away 1 or 2 free games a week since they opened, just to like get people to get their store. And I have pretty much only gotten their free games. Bought a couple things when they do their like, they do weird sales where there's games on sale, and then if you spend $10, you get like a $10 gift card or something. Like, they do weird stuff. Long story short, it's awesome. And the best thing, which, you know, you guys maybe will take a look at, but if you're trying to play a game with somebody and you both have Game Pass, like, you just look at co-op stuff and be like, is anything interesting? You don't have to go
that
and
is
try to
cool.
buy stuff.
That is cool.
Like, each of you spend $60. You're like, we already have this library. You know, Matt and I did it for a couple things where we were just like, well, what do we do? And we looked, and there's, you know, A Way Out. Oh, it's on there. We play it. We beat it in like a day. It's not a long game, but we played all day. Cool. That was fun. I didn't spend any other money other than my subscription, and I uninstall it, and I'm done.
Yeah.
And I had a great day of just getting through that game. So it's really neat, and I feel like everybody that has tried it out or sees what they're doing knows that it's awesome. And again,
Well,
like you said, it's the gold standard. There's no way any other company is going to come out and like do that anytime soon, just
Yeah.
because.
I mean, I do feel like they totally copped the Netflix interface, and I mean, which
It's not
isn't a
the
bad
same.
thing, but it is very similar where you click on a title and it shows the trailer. The only thing I will say that I have a hard time with is it doesn't really show reviews.
I mean, yeah,
Oh,
but
really?
which-
That's
mean,
weird.
there's like is it the star system, or does it not even?
I don't think it even shows any of that, dude. But or maybe it does. I don't know, but it's not very obvious to me. But either way, like, I'm stupid and dumb, and I never think to like. I pay for it, and I almost never think to check if the game is there first before I buy it. Which I did that with Prey.
I was gonna say I knew it was on Game Pass when you told me you got it.
Yeah,
it
but
was a
I
couple
didn't.
Bucks,
It
so-
was it was on sale on Steam during the QuakeCon. But then I was like, oh, everyone's been talking about Quake. Let me go check to see if it's on, and it is. It's on Steam. The remastered Quake, or the re-release of Quake, is on there, and I mean, it's pretty fun. And for free to play that game, it's short as hell. You know, like, give it a shot. What's the worst thing that could happen? And I think that's really the best part about it is like, you don't feel guilty about spending $60 on a game that you end up hating, which is why I think it's perfect for Danielle, because she's so new to it that it's like hard for her to know what game is
Yeah.
going to be fun and what's not. Like, she thought Maneater was going to be a lot of fun. She played it for like an hour and was like, I don't really like this. But then she was like playing Fallen Order, and then kept playing Fallen Order. And then I was like, look, I mean, I can recommend you a couple games, and she installed Control, and I think she's going to love that game. And
Yeah,
she didn't pay
Control's
it,
sick.
you know, she paid $1 this month to try it out and see if she likes it. And
Yeah.
if she doesn't like it, then she just uninstalls it, right? So,
Yeah, I mean, even for not new gamers, you know, us veterans out here, no, I feel like it's kind of neat where I have said many times that I've accepted that I like to collect games more than I will ever play all the games I keep buying. And I say that knowing full well I do not have like the biggest library out there, but if a game looks cool, especially if I'm not sure if it's going to get a lot of prints, if it's like some Japanese RPG that I don't know, like later down the line is going to be more expensive, I'm like, yeah, I'll get it. And yeah, a lot of those games aren't going to be on Game Pass, but it does alleviate some of the I have to buy this game, because if I'm like, oh, it looks cool, but it's on Game Pass, I'm like, I'll probably just try that. There's a couple games I have just tested out there where I was like, this was awesome, but I don't know if it's something that after I play for 20 hours I'm ever going to
Yeah.
play again, so
Yeah.
why would I?
and that's happened with, like, Pathologic 2, I think that's the game.
Pathologic.
Pathologic 2?
Technologic.
Pathologic 2. Yeah, I can't say words good. Anyway,
Well,
I know.
I know you know. I'm just fucking with you.
That
Come on.
game looked really interesting to me, and it was on Game Pass, and I installed it, and I played it for a couple hours. I love the art style. I love the fucking, like, kind of spookiness of the world, but I couldn't get into it.
Yes. It's just
What
such
else
a
do you say?
goofy word for like a serious
Yeah.
topic.
I mean, I got a
Anyway,
Bro, the spookiness though.
all I guess I'm trying to say is that Game Pass is worth it. If you hate it after the first month, you only spent $1. I'm not employed by Microsoft. I will never be employed by Microsoft.
Sean,
Not
what's
a
your
sponsor,
Microsoft
not
employee
a
ID
sponsor.
so that we can?
I'm not. This is not sponsored by Microsoft. But I just want you to know that if you're considering it, you should absolutely try it out.
Yeah, I will definitely say too that like it sucks because it doesn't suck, but we got a 360's the only
Yeah, it's the
Xbox
last-
console we had, and I really liked it, but when I was getting the console after that, it's like PlayStation has a lot more of the types of games I like to play. So I got a PS4, and I never even thought about it. Like Xbox One, I made the right decision, as a lot of people did for that generation. Had some good stuff, but they shot themselves in the foot with a few things. We won't get into that. But after that, it's like the Switch was tight. Finally got a PS5. I got a computer. And now, like, I only bought the PlayStation 5 for the console exclusives that I'm going to want, right? Pretty much the only thing, because that's what Sony's really good at. Got the Switch because they're just banging. Everyone knows that by now. Nintendo puts out fire, and all the, like, small indies or whatever you want to play on there are going to be fun to be able to play portably and then dock, And then the PC's just got fucking everything, and now that Xbox games are going to just be on PC on Game Pass, I just feel like I've got the full spectrum, and pretty much everyone's been talking about that PC with Game Pass and the Switch are like the best duo, but it's crazy to me to have that as just, I don't know, an option where I never really would have thought about caring about Microsoft first party titles until they start putting out like, some real heat with Halo, which I want to talk about next. But I just think it's insane what they're doing. No one's ever going to do it. People ask me because, they're like, I don't know what PlayStation, Nintendo do. Like, I just play on PC or whatever. Is there an equivalent of Game Pass? I'm like, no. Sony's trying to do some stuff with their PlayStation now, which is not great.
No,
And
I mean
no
theirs
one-
is not even nearly as good
No.
as what Game Pass is
but,
fucking doing.
But nobody can do it because Microsoft just has so much damn money. So they know what they're doing. I mean, they're just trying to get people in like Netflix. Where
once you subscribe, you never fucking unsubscribe.
So,
Which they've done to me. And I'm not mad about it because I have, hundreds of games at my disposal at any minute. So,
555 million V8 turbo.
to make this quick, because I know we're probably about time. Do you have something else?
I have one more small thing, but go ahead.
While we're on this topic, just real quick, I want to say, I told Sean about, I don't know if you heard, but announced the other day that Halo Infinite campaign is releasing without co-op.
yeah, which is kind of soft.
What the hell?
But
So-
I will say that every other Halo game has had it at launch. But
Yeah.
I do think that maybe they want people to play the campaign on their own to get through it before they release co-op, which is really
No.
what I initially thought, but it's probably just not ready.
No, it's not ready. They're also not putting Forge out, which, like, whatever, but...
I never fucked with Forge anyway.
So, the thing is that this game has clearly had problems that they're, like, not talking about.
That's a fucking
Yeah, we already know that with, like, when the, Craig and everything was
Is
shown.
it still 343?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So nobody really is going to know probably until maybe they release some stuff later about the making
I
of.
miss Bungie, man.
Well,
Bungie.
so there's something going on where they delayed it like the day after they showed the trailer off before, and then they showed a trailer, this E3, of like pretty much nothing really. Like, it was cool, but they said, well, we wanted to focus on getting the game out. We didn't want to stop to put together a good slice for a trailer. Whatever, I'll buy it. And then they do the multiplayer beta test thing, which that's cool, but like, I was thinking that they would delay the campaign again and they'd put out the multiplayer. That's really what I thought. And honestly, I wish they would do that and not put the campaign out without co-op, because I'll play through it by myself, but I know a lot of people that do play it co-op exclusively, basically. Like, they don't care unless they're with friends. And it sucks that even, they're not long campaigns. Maybe this one will be longer than some of the others, but if you go through it and you beat it, like, I don't want to wait months to be like, oh, now that co-op's back out, let's go and do that again. Like, that's not really what I want. And I'm kind of confused, but maybe this is my thought, and I just wanted to hear what you guys think about this small conspiracy that they want to put them out at the same time, the campaign and the multiplayer. The multiplayer is coming out free to play, we've talked about. And although there's not going to be any co-op, maybe they're working on balancing, or maybe it's just some issue. I don't know. whatever it is. They want them out at the same time because free-to-play multiplayer is going to come out. People are going to play that who maybe don't have Game Pass, maybe don't really care that much about Halo, be like, this is a ton of fun. And then, well, maybe I want to try the campaign.
Yeah.
And then they're like, well, it's on Game Pass. And then they subscribe, and then maybe they stay subscribed. And I still say I'm sure they're going to have the multiplayer have some kind of, if you're subscribed to Game Pass, like bonus. Like maybe you get a discount on the Battle Pass, or you get exclusive gear when there's events or something. I don't know. But I just feel like they're going to try to sucker people in. And if the multiplayer comes out and the campaign isn't out yet, all those people that would have an interest in getting the campaign and getting in Game Pass probably will stop playing Halo by the time it's ready.
Yeah.
Just
The thing I will say, though, is that this kind of loops back to the last topic of Game Pass, is that when Halo Infinite launches, I'm not going to have to pay $60 to get the game on day one.
I'm talking.
I know that's what you're talking about, but it just kind of loops back to the point I was also making. But also, it does suck that co-op's not going to be available, and it does feel like, I don't know.
Why not just wait?
That's what I'm saying. I think that's what my conspiracy was, is that they don't want to wait because they want them to come out at the same time to try to get people to be like, oh, this actually free multiplayer, not Game Pass multiplayer, was fun, and I want to get the campaign. Like, oh, Halo's good again, or I haven't played Halo since.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. So, I think you're spot on with that.
But now I'm like, I thought Sean was finally going to play a computer game with me, and maybe we'd play Halo Infinite campaign together.
I'd love to, man. I'll wait for the co-op campaign to even play the campaign. I will surely have enough fun with the multiplayer and get good at the fucking game before I play the co-op. Yeah. I normally do play the campaign before I do multiplayer in every game, but I would probably do the opposite with Halo if it meant waiting to play with you.
Well, I appreciate that, but you can play it solo. I was just joking, but it's just crazy. Like, I wonder how long it's going to take, because if it was a month or two, like, maybe it's balancing. Maybe it's like something weird where there's parts in the game that they can't figure out how to make with two people, because it's supposed to be kind of open world. Maybe they haven't figured out, like, can you get stuck by yourself if someone else is there, and they have to figure out a way to make that work, which I don't really get, because they would just teleport you like old games. But anyways, I just thought that was interesting and kind of shitty, because I think Halo to me has always been, I mean, we didn't have anything till 360, so I remember playing through Halo 1 and 2 like at a friend's house co-op, like exclusively, because I didn't have it on my own.
Yeah, it's one of the most fun ways to play the game is with somebody else.
Yeah, for sure.
Whether it's online or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. If I were them, I would hold on multiplayer because what everybody wants is multiplayer. I think.
But I think that's what's going to loop people into the campaign. I think Steve's right. I think that if you are...
You think so?
Yeah, no.
Well, so the problem I will say is I do know, like, even back in the day, I knew kids that would buy the next COD and just play the multiplayer and, like, not even touch the campaign, because that's what they want.
I feel like that's the majority of gamers.
But they've already said that the multiplayer is going to be free to play, so I feel like the thought process is you put them out at the same time, because the few people that might want to get into Game Pass, like, even if it's 5%, you know, they get, like, you know, I don't know how much it's going to sell, 1 million copies or whatever. Maybe they get 5% of that, and they get still a shit ton of people joining into Game Pass. They recoup that money after having those people subscribe for however long.
I think that they're missing an opportunity to, because in my opinion, I feel like if I had to put a number on it, I would say 70% of people who play Halo want to play the mostly want to play multiplayer. Would you agree with that number?
I don't know. I almost don't, only based on, like, my personal, like, anecdotes of friends and stuff, that I think Halo's like
maybe
the franchise.
60%?
It's Halo of all the shooters is like one of the franchises that people do actually care about the lore and stuff. Not everyone. I got a couple people that are like, I only play it because, like, it's a shooter with friends. But
I personally liked both. So let's say, for sake of argument, 50%.
Yeah,
50,
I got you. I don't know. It could be 90 that don't give a shit about the campaign. But
if the campaign comes out first, and all the people that that want to play the multiplayer is like I will buy or get on Game Pass to play campaign to tide myself over until I get multiplayer. That's what I think.
I don't know about that.
That's how I would do it.
I feel like
I'm not Bungie.
if you're really into the multiplayer and that's what you want, I feel like you don't pick up the campaign to get used to it. Like maybe if you're like, I want to brush up my skills, but that's going to even be a smaller percentage. I really think it's going to be more, since it's already free to play multiplayer, that those people are going to maybe be like, I kind of want to see some story. And again, maybe you haven't played since Halo 2 or 3 and you're interested. Like, this is supposed to be kind of like a soft reboot. That's why it's not like Halo 6. It's Halo Infinite with Master Chief and,
Okay. Before we leave, I want to do 1 or 2 minutes about Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Really quickly.
I also
because
do have
we
one
need
thing
these
I want to
we need these clicks.
I do have also one other topic.
Okay. We're at 113.
Well, we spent fucking 10 minutes dicking around with the sound, so
It's
What are you
about to be
talking about?
It's 114.
Okay. So I want to say one thing first, which is why we're going to have this clip in anyway, and then we can talk about what I've seen. I personally believe, I'm going to say it right now, and I would bet somebody like $100 for it. I believe that Spider-Man No Way Home is going to be the best-selling film of this year. I also think it will not perform Endgame, but it will be second in the Marvel franchise across all the films.
Now, do you think that just because people are thirsty for new Marvel, or you think that because...
2 reasons. That is one of them. People need something to latch on to. Spider-Man is one of the older generation Marvel characters.
He's like the most popular superhero.
Arguably the most popular superhero.
I think he is.
Maybe
which pains
other than
me to say.
Batman?
No, I think he's definitely higher than Batman if you look up the...
Yeah, okay. He's really popular.
Yeah.
I think other than Batman, he's had the most movies. The second reason is because the cast of individuals that they have confirmed is so ludicrous that it almost feels bigger than as big or bigger than Endgame, because they're crossing universes and film franchises.
Yeah, I know Sean really is excited for it, so like just calm down real quick.
Yeah,
but
he doesn't give a fuck about Marvel.
I hate Marvel.
It sounds like they're about to make the Sinister Six with different universe or villains as much as they can.
Yes. And so the date today is the 23rd. There was a lot of leaks and information that came out Saturday and Sunday. People saying like, oh, the trailer's going to come out on Monday and Tuesday. It's Monday. It hasn't come out. I don't think it's probably going to be for at least another couple days, if not after the release of Shang-Chi, which comes out on the 3rd of September.
Man, I didn't even see Black Widow yet. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, it's a stepping stone film. I mean, so, dude, okay, so Alfred Molina, is that his name? Dr. Ock?
All I know is I'm
Confirmed.
stoked.
Jamie Foxx, confirmed.
Yeah, we knew that.
Willem Dafoe, confirmed.
Oh, he is? Is he in the trailer?
He's in the trailer.
Ah, man, I was so waiting for that,
So
bro.
at the end of the trailer,
Spider-Man.
Yeah, dude.
Willem Dafoe, Jamie Foxx, and Doc Ock
Dude.
are standing around, essentially like, how are we going to kill Peter Parker?
I'm kind of mad that you didn't want me to watch the shitty video before this.
But it's so hard
I
to
wanna
see.
Willem
I'm
Dafoe.
telling
I don't care what quality he's in, man.
it's so low quality.
Spider-Man.
You know, the only reason I really cared to watch the Death Note movie was because Willem Dafoe was
He's
Ryuk
so
in it.
incredible.
Yeah.
All I can think of. Did you guys ever see The Lighthouse?
We
No,
did
you
not
keep
yet,
telling us
yeah.
to watch it, man.
Yeah. Look, I'm excited.
Those reasons, and then today, apparently, I saw 2 photos that felt very real to me, just based on based on the background and the set. Andrew Garfield is confirmed. If these photos are true, which I personally believe they are, and Tobey Maguire is confirmed.
dude.
No
No way.
Toad's
So-
in the movie.
Toby, bro.
Yes.
Come on,
Broby?
dog. Oh,
So-
it's on, dude.
So
Tobey
there's
Maguire?
there's a photo. I'm not gonna put it. I
Yes.
can't put it on screen because
Yes, dude.
that will get us. That will
Killed.
get this channel killed. The Tom Holland. You know how he like you always see him like kind of crouching down in a lot of the scenes and photos. He's crouching down without his mask on. What you see is essentially a catwalk of like a construction site, and then you see Tobey Maguire in his old suit with his mask off, standing next to Tom Holland.
Tobias Vincent Maguire.
Tobias Maguire.
Dude,
And
I-
then there's another scene with the same scaffolding and the same blue screen of Andrew Garfield with his mask off.
breaking Spider-Man No Way Home actor confirms Tobey Maguire.
bro.
I'm
And so
Tobey Maguire
so
Spider-Man
from the
toy
trailer,
leak for No Way Home.
the only thing that really matters is the premise of the film essentially is Peter Parker has been found out by like the InfoWars style JJ
I love that so much.
whatever his name
J.J.
is.
Abrams.
No,
JJ,
JK
J. Jonah
Simmons?
Jameson.
J.J. Jonah
J.J.
Jameson.
Simmons?
Yeah,
J.K.
well, yeah,
Simmons?
J.K. Simmons.
J.K.
Okay.
Simmons is like the Alex Jones of
J.J. Abrams.
J.K. Rowling. And he's been found out, and so it's possible that his lawyer is none other than
Daredevil.
Dane Whitman. Is that his name?
I don't know.
Dane Whitman? Is that Daredevil's name? Or is it
Bro.
something? Is like Matt?
Matt Murdock.
Sorry, Matt Murdock.
Who's Dane
Who's
Whitman?
Is that from Justice League?
That's
just watched
the
Justice
Black
Actor,
Knight.
bro. Yeah, the Black
Oh,
Knight.
sorry, that's from Eternals,
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say
Uh,
it's Kit Harington.
which is
Come
which is
on,
Jon
guys.
Snow.
Come on.
So Matt Murdock, Daredevil, confirmed. I think it's confirmed. So that means we're probably gonna have the Defenders in future films. That's the Netflix Avengers.
bro. But if they get Daredevil, it better be the
Look,
freaking Netflix.
think about it. Matt Murdock is in New York City.
I know, but I'm just
He
saying.
is a lawyer, and he is owned by Marvel.
I got you. I'm just saying if they
And Peter Parker is trying to get his name essentially unfound
yeah,
out.
that's what I mean. Let me just say this: that as soon as Far From Home was done, that was like the theories. Everyone's like, they're gonna bring in Daredevil because he's gonna have to have a lawyer, and who else do you bring in? So I'm 100% on board with that. I'm just saying, I don't want to disrespect the man, but they better bring in the Netflix Daredevil actor.
Oh yeah. I think they will.
because
Okay,
They definitely need
couple
him.
other small things about the trailer that I saw. Peter Parker goes to Doctor Strange, who we see in the trailer, them conversing, and he says, "I want my name cleared." Essentially, do you know a spell that can either reverse time or take essentially make people forget certain things? And he's like, "I can do it, but it's dangerous." We see Wong in the background, so Wong is confirmed for the film as well. And he essentially in the trailer he starts to do the spell, and Peter's like basically interrupts him, and he's like, "Make sure that my friend still knows who I am. Make sure that MJ knows who I am." And he fucks up the spell. And so essentially all this shit starts unraveling with the multiverse because of like Peter. First of all, Loki. If you didn't catch up with Loki, that's probably going to be important. So, did you finish Loki?
I did. Yeah, we
Okay.
can talk about that.
That's a part of it.
Offline, you know what I mean?
You know, and so he fucks up the spell, and I think that is what brings in the multiverse of Spider-Man and the Sinister
Let's
Six.
hope they don't pull some
Spider-Man.
So
Spider-Man
there
One
is
More
like
Day
a
shit.
pumpkin grenade,
Yeah, dude, that's
which
got
is
me
which is Green Goblin.
very excited.
So yeah, so we've got
give
Andrew
the-
Garfield,
give the man a
Tobey
better
Maguire, Willem Dafoe, Alfred Molina, Jamie Foxx, possibly Matt Murdock. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
dude, this movie's gonna break fucking records.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
I grew up watching the Sam Raimi
Spider-Man.
the Spider-Man
With
films.
Toby, yeah.
I didn't really see Andrew Garfield, but like it's cool.
Those are aight.
And Sony's like, because somebody came to them and they were like, "Yo, let's use all the franchises," and they were like, "Fuck yeah, we want to print money. Of course, we'll fucking do that." Because I think showing the Sinister Six, you essentially can confirm Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, because why would they be there? You know?
I mean, I don't know. I was kind of skeptical, but if they didn't bring him in, it'd be kind of sad to bring in their villains and not them. Just like people already are in understanding with Into the Spider-Verse. It's not going to be weird to be like,
Go ahead. Sorry.
which that was the movie Sean enjoyed, so he can, be happy about that one. But I think that got people excited and understanding. If you aren't like, you don't even have to be a comic book reader, but if you have never looked up anything and seen that there are like multiverse things and a lot of different Spider-Man and the possibility of them coming together isn't weird, that has gotten the audiences ready to see something like this in live action. And like you said, yeah, there's probably more Batman. I mean, there are more Batman like movies and things, but like there were not that many attempts at making a franchise in a short span of time like Spider-Man was. Yeah. It was pretty much us growing up with like The Dark Knight and the older movies that were, pretty fucking cheesy and stuff.
And way different.
Yeah. But to have the like pretty much back-to-back-to-back attempts at Spider-Man make it so everybody in our generation knows those three Spider-Man. Like there's definitely people that only saw The Dark Knight, maybe saw the Batman in the DC universe with like Ben Affleck, but maybe never watched Michael Keaton or George Clooney,
Yeah, I'm so excited, dude. Because the thing is, me and a friend of mine, Derek Brown, at Green Droblin on IG, we've shouted him out before, we speculated this when there was a hint of a rumor about old Spider-Man. And so, dude, if we get to see like this like kind of battered, old, like potentially grayed Tobey Maguire,
I'm trying to see
how
that.
fucking dope would that be?
I'm very excited. I'm personally more excited for Willem Dafoe. I just
And,
give
like,
the man a
fucking-
better suit, bro. Come on.
Spider-Man.
That stuff was iconic back then.
Bonesaw.
And those movies were cheesy enough.
Is Bonesaw confirmed?
Green Goblin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that, it was cheesy enough franchise where like, even in that very first one, but that freaking like mask that was just like stuck with
Yeah.
the mouth open and humongous.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how you do his comic book like attire, because it is like a shitty like rubber mask that looks like a real like fantasy goblin face. Yeah. Well, that's what it looks like to me.
All
You
I'm
know what
saying is, dude, we're in for arguably one of the best superhero films in a very long time.
besides Zack Snyder's Justice League. Now, what did you want to share, Sean?
Yeah, 125.
I got one thing, and it'll probably be short. I just want to talk about Prey 2017. Prey was published by Bethesda. It was an Arcane Studios game.
Who made Dishonored?
They made
I think
Dishonored.
it's a separate team. I think they split off after
Yeah.
Dishonored. But they're
Either way, it is unrelated to the 2006 game Prey.
and unrelated to the game that they were going to release between these two that never happened, and then they released this one.
Right. And I just want to say that I've been playing it. It is I thought it would be a lot scarier. For some reason, Steam has it with a tag of horror as the
Because it's like, I understand.
It's very BioShocky in that
Yeah.
in that sense, where it's suspenseful and you
Yes.
have limited ammo, and it's like kind of like what the fuck's
Yeah.
gonna pop, like what the fuck enemy am I gonna run into next? But I just want to say that Prey for sure is worth checking out, even still in 2017 or 2021, even though it was released in 2017. It is on Game Pass. I did purchase it through Steam. It is a survival-ish game where you're exploring a space station with some really extraterrestrial and also kind of
almost like Lovecraftian.
yeah, there's these like little mimics or what they're called, or phantoms, and they look like black embodiments of like almost like supernatural aliens.
Pway.
And
Maybe not
I think
Lovecraftian, but
the art style is really cool. It's very futuristic. There's some zero gravity play, which I think is pretty interesting, and they implemented pretty well. Like, I do feel like Dead Space did a really shitty job at the
I mean-
zero gravity, and I know that game's old, but like the zero gravity in that game was bad, and this game they do it pretty well, where it really feels like you're,
You really
floating around
feel
in
like
space.
you're in zero gravity.
Yeah, and if you boost and you go 10 miles an hour and you run into something, you like die. Like you,
Yeah.
But it's a really cool game. I'm only probably like 5-6 hours into it. It's a 15-hour game. It's super short. I think somebody said it takes like 25 if you do everything in the game. But since it's on Game Pass, I highly recommend checking it out. It is super good so far. I was really hoping it would be scarier, and if you think it's going to be scarier, it's not. It's scary in the same way that BioShock is scary, where it's like I have 6 bullets and I have to walk into this next room. What am I going to do? In that type of suspenseful way. So
I will definitely say, don't ever pay full attention to a lot of Steam tags because I've definitely seen some games have weird listings. But
I just
again,
wanted to
it's-
play something
I
that
know-
would scare me, and
I know.
it is suspenseful, which I do appreciate, but it is not scary. Dead Space literally scared the hell out of me. Like,
Yeah.
that game is terrifying.
Yeah.
A lot of jump scares in that game. I was hoping for more jump scares in Prey. I will say it's kind of scary when you have a guy right in front of you and then he just disappears, because I will spin around and be like, where the hell did he go? I have no idea where this enemy just went.
I never got around to playing it, but I love Dishonored, and I just know that team, even the games that I did not play that they made like before Dishonored, they make games with really cool like powers and stuff. Prey has like powers and cool guns and ways to deal with different scenarios, but also it's like their level design is insane, and I know it's probably the same for Prey, where like there's always different ways to get places and ways you got to think about, like, how do I do this? I don't know. Since I haven't played it yet, I don't know when you get it. Did you get the glue gun yet?
Yes. So that's the first thing you get.
Yeah.
And they pretty much say that to you in the game. It pauses and it's like, hey, play the way you want. You can find the key, or you can find another way to get to the destination you're supposed to go to. And the glue gun, like, you can shoot at enemies and it will like cover them in this like glue that will freeze them, and you can hit them with your wrench, or shoot them with a gun, and it will eventually break all the stuff off of them, and they're free again unless you kill them before the glue is gone. But the glue gun's pretty cool because you can shoot it like up a wall, or like shoot it at a wall and make like a line that you can walk up to get to another area, because it makes like this giant like foam ball that you can climb on.
Yeah.
So I do think they did a really cool. I hate the name. It's GLOO, and it means Jellifoam Lattice Organism Obstruction Cannon, but they call it the glue gun, GLOO. And I mean, I just think they did a really cool job with the way they've implemented a lot of those mechanics. I mean, the pistol's really sweet, the shotgun's really sweet. They feel nice to play with, and then you can get upgrades for every weapon. You can get new perks for like yourself with. The first time you do it, and I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but I don't remember what they're called, neuro upgrades. But he just like shoots this big ass needle into his eyeball.
Yeah, I didn't like that in the trailer.
Yeah, so they only show that one time. That doesn't happen other than the first time you get the.
Yeah.
But it was pretty like, ugh, that was gross. But anyway, I just thought I'd share. If you have Game Pass, definitely check it out. It's a good game, and I'm enjoying it so far.
Yeah, so now I have games I want to talk. I got a couple that I need to talk about next week, but
This is the longest episode we've ever recorded.
I feel like that's not totally true because you take 10 minutes off. We had a 120 something the other day.
The other day?
One week we had one that was almost
man.
this long, but
It just means we're chilling.
just edit out the part of me almost dying. But yeah, next week I think I'll have some stuff to
Steve almost died.
some games to talk about that are not Final Fantasy.
Did he survive?
Yeah,
So
don't go rafting.
just a little cliffhanger. I'll
The
have some games
dangers of
next week.
rafting.
Now that I'm
Alright.
alive, I'm gonna play more games.
Thanks for sticking around this long.
Yep. Hopefully you
Yeah.
did.
And
We
for
love
any of
you.
my friends still
Go
listening,
check out the cord.
Just join the Discord. Smash that like button.
and make sure you activate your core. That's all I gotta say.
All right, bye.
All right. Bye.
Debuff is hosted by me, Steve Skeels, edited and mixed by Mason Carlton. Follow us on Instagram at DebuffPod. That's DebuffPod. Thanks for listening. I'll see you in the next one.